Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper. And you guys, it's the 24-hour birthday sale for Stampin' Up. And so I'm like, oh, which stamp set do I have that I could show you guys? And I thought about this one, and I thought this would be really cute for a birthday celebration because for me, October and November filled with birthdays. So I'm going to go ahead and make a birthday card real quick for you. I just grabbed some Grapefruit Grove ink, paper, and some of the Designer Series cardstock. I grabbed my balloon punch that actually coordinates with these guys. So what else did I get? I grabbed one of the label punches, and then I have a bunch of scraps. So, and then of course I always have my black Memento ink and some acrylic blocks and my Snail adhesive, and then I'm in my craft room, so who knows what else I'll grab. So let's go ahead, get started. We're just going to do a card from start to finish. I don't know where it's going to end up, but I do know I want to use this guy here because this is one of the sets that are on sale today. There are so many sets on sale today, you guys. And it's only it's 15% off today. So that is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my 11 by 8.5 right in half. So at 5.5 would be the halfway mark. Save this. We might need it. We'll see. And then I'm going to go ahead at 4.25. I moved this little guy out of the way because this one cuts, this one scores. So I've already used the cutting, and now I'm going to score it right at 4.25 because that is where I want to have my line where I can just easily fold it, and it folds perfectly for you. So we've got that. And what else do we want to do? That's going to be my base. I put my cutter away. Let's get that back out because I want to use this. And this is 4.25 by 5.5 now. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to give myself a little bit of an edge. So I'm going to do it at 4. I feel like I'm rushed because I'm like, oh my gosh, the time's clicking away. You're not going to have enough time. But like I said, it's 24 hours, but it started at midnight last night. And so it's over at, what time is it over at? It's over at 11:50 p.m. Mountain Time. So there we go. So I've cut this down. Now it's at 5.25 by 4. I took 1/4 inch off each side. I'll save these, and I'll show you why I save them. Excuse me. I'm just too excited here. So now I have this nice little border, if you could see that. So I haven't decided which one I want to use yet. Let me check and see. I don't know. I wish I was doing this live so you guys could tell me. But let's just wait. We're going to set this off to the side because we really don't need that yet. And I guess I will need a white piece of paper. So I'm just getting out a white piece real quick. And we'll cut that one down as well. And so if the last one is at 5.25, I'll be doing this one at 5. By 3.75. So we're going to cut another 1/4 inch off. I flipped that over because I hit the corner and I wanted to have a nice sharp corner. So now we have this size as well. So we can have that border there, and then this border as well. That might help me in my decision. And I actually think that I don't see enough of the border. So let's see what we come up with here. I'm going to stamp first, and then I may take away from some of this. So I do know that this is going to be a birthday card, and I want to use these birthday strings or balloon strings. So I'm just going to set that there, and I'm going to do that in the black Memento ink. Everybody has their favorite black that they use. Mine just happens to be this Memento. So, and then we'll just take that and get those strings on there. And there we go. Now we can take some of these balloons and put them on there as well. I'm going to use the little guys just to outline these balloons. You can set them up. Since you can see through, you can know exactly where they're going. And then, since I'm doing that, I'm going to teach you guys, if you don't already know, it's just a little technique here. I'm going to get a piece of paper. And actually, if you have just a scratch piece of paper, you don't want your paper to be too thick. And then, so you take that, and then you're just going to get a thin piece of paper, cut this out right along the line there. There we go. And then once you get it cut out, you can just save it. Once it's saved, you just stick it right in there, and you'll always have it. And some people like to do it on Post-it notes. So when you go like this, you just stick it right over there where it's already been stamped. Then you take the ink again, line that up like that, and now you've got that balloon right behind there. And we'll do here, you're going to actually need a second balloon. Again. So we'll cut that out again. So we're going to just really quickly cut this one out. And it doesn't have to be perfect on this one, because you're only really using the halves now. So I could cut that right in half there. And we'll put that one there, and this one right there. Then and so now we have another balloon right there. And I think I want that to be, I don't want that to be showing, so I'm going to move it off just a little to the side. And there you go. You have a whole bouquet of balloons. And then we can color them if we want to. Let me see. These are the Stampin' blends. So I'll go ahead and stamp a couple of these. Like I'll do this black background. This one that's going to be in the back. We'll do that. Just color them in, and then I'm going to use this lighter one, and this is the Call Me Clover set. And they work kind of like alcohol markers, where they work really well together. You can blend them nicely. Okay, so we have that, and then we could also go through with our Grapefruit Grove. I'm not used to these new cases, because it just, normally you have to push them, and this one you just open like a compact mirror. So I'm going to go ahead and take this little guy off of here. Quickly grab a baby wipe is what I use for the initial, just to get the initial off, and then I'll go through and scrub them with a Stampin' scrub afterwards. But I'm going to get this guy right here. So we colored that one in with that Stampin' Blends marker, and then this one is just a clear balloon. And we'll go ahead and do this one here. Just some two-step Stampin' there. And that one's colored in. And then I think that's good. I think we're good. I was going to make another one, but I think we're good there. So you can color them in if you'd like to, but we're going to punch some different colors out. So I'm going to take this little balloon here. And just punch him out. And I think I'm going to do the same with the yellow. And again, these are all scraps, and you saw that was not a very big scrap that I needed to use there. And then, I mean, you could punch out two balloons at the same time if you'd like. There we go. And we'll just stick those on here. Super cute. Okay, so we're going to stick those on just using these little Stampin' dimensionals here. And somebody showed me a trick, and I'm going to see if it works. Oh yeah. Much easier than using your fingernail. And I'm just going to pop that right on here. And for me, I still like to have the stamps there. You don't have to, obviously, if you're putting these on there, but I like it. And if you wanted to, you could actually stamp and then cut out. So stamp it, stamp this actual card here, and then cut it out. And that is super adorable. So we've got a little bit of mixture of both there. In fact, I think I'm going to put a little bit of this green color right on the outside here, just to give it a little bit of depth there. Cute. This is the darker one. I'm just going around the outside. There we go. So we've got the balloons down, and now that is that stamp set, the balloon celebration. And I wanted to say I have this Let Us Celebrate. It's actually, you can use it in one of the balloons and then have it be the string that's hanging down, but I want it to be the wordings. So we're just going to take that. It also comes with its own string. And I'm going to take this, look at this little teeny tiny piece there that we're going to use. And I'm going to just stamp that right there. And now it says, Let Us Celebrate. And then I'm going to take this punch, little label punch there, I forget the exact name of it, and I'm going to stick this in there. And now I have that little tag. And this is super cute. There's also a bow on here if you wanted to put a little teeny tiny bow right here holding it all together. But I actually want a big, nice bow. So I'm going to choose this bow here from the Wishing You Well set. I just love this set. I haven't opened it, but I've used it in some of the stamp classes that I go to. So I'm super excited about this. So all you do is you take off the back. For me, if you want to have the label on there, it does come with labels. But for me, I like the way it sticks without the label. And it sticks really nice and easy. And then I'm going to open this guy back up. And we're going to give this nice bow. In the Grapefruit Grove. Look at that. Look at that nice bow. Isn't that pretty? And then it all coordinates together. So we've got that, and we've got this, but I want to add this with just a little bit of pop as well. So I'm going to take my Grapefruit Grove, and I'm going to punch it. And I'm actually going to punch it right here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set it up for a different card. This is just a little, another tip in a way. So I'm going to put it at 4 1/4. And I'm going to score it. And then I'm going to fold it in half so I could see exactly where I want this to go. And then I'll use this for another card in the future. So now I could see kind of where the middle is. Get rid of that. And then I have the base for another card where I can have a saying down there, or I could flip it around and have a saying up here. So I've got the base or scrap paper depending on how I use it. So I'm going to glue these two kind of together. Yep. So I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to take one of the little mini glue dots. This is actually left over from the paper pumpkin. So I'm going to put a couple of those, or I have these larger ones from another paper pumpkin as well. So whatever you want to do, I'll do the same thing on both sides. And then I just love this tool, you guys. This tool is the best. And I'll tell you, if you've seen me stamping for any length of time, you know that I have another pickup tool, but this one is just, it's really great. I find myself using it. All right, here we go. So now I'm just going to stick these two together and give it a little bit of outline like that. Same with this one. Measure it all up. Make sure it's about the same length. And there we go. I just want to make sure that it is all nice and neat there. So cute. And then I'm going to take some mini dimensionals as well and stick one right there. And I'll put one on either side as well. And I'll just put this right down at the bottom. Okay, so now that I'm looking at this, you guys, I don't think that this paper is going to add really anything to the card. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, that one's kind of cute, but I definitely want a different layer. So I think what I'm going to do is get another piece. I have this scrap piece of the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to cut this one down instead. And I think we had that cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And now I have more scraps to make all kinds of cards. And we'll go ahead and put this on here. I'm just going to use my Snail adhesive. Okay. My snail adhesive ran out, but that is okay. I have more. It's really easy to change out. Oh my goodness. Here they come. Here, I was wondering where all of the mess ups were gonna happen. And here they are. But these are fun mess ups. I'm okay with it. And there we go, we're ready to go again. All right. So I always like to look and see what side would be the best for me. And then the way I line them up is I line up the two corners, make sure everything on those corners are lined up. And then when they're lined up, everything else should line up really nice. And then we're going to take this and do the same thing. We're going to line up these corners right there. Yes, I think that little green was better than this one here. So, and there's the card. If we wanted to make the bow pop out, we could do that as well. In fact, I have everything. Let's just go ahead and do it. So when you have scrap pieces of paper, you can do whatever you want. So we're just going to fussy cut this out. And I'm going to cut it right along the line. It already has the other lines stamped, so even if you don't get it perfect, you'll still see that bow right in the back, which I love that. So, just cutting this guy out. I really enjoy my paper crafting time. And I love just making a handmade card for people. And I love, one of my favorite things is to watch them realize that it is a handmade card. Because they get so like, what? That's a hand, you made that? So we'll pop this guy out with some more dimensionals here. And one more on the other side. And I'm just going to place that bow right over the other one. And there we go. And now you can't see the lines through there either. So we've got that. And I think it's really cute. The last thing I'm going to do is look to see if I have any blingy things we could put on here. So I do have these. I have some white dots. And look at that. I've got some little sequins that we could put on there. So I'm just going to put a couple of these here and there. When I put my sequins, I like to keep them in 3s or 5s. And there we go. So I think that came out really cute. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more. And then you guys don't forget, you have until 11:50 p.m. tonight if you wanted to purchase this set or any of the other ones that are on sale. 11:50 p.m. Mountain Time, and I'll put my link right down below. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.